Hi, welcome to today's gentle flow. For today's practice, you are going to want 2 blocks and mat and a little space to move. That is it. We'll get started in a broken bridge position. So lowering down to your back body. You can bring the soles of the feet a little wider, maybe even almost to the edge of the mat, allowing your knees to knock together. Eyes can soften or close here. Just giving yourself a few rounds of breath to settle into practice. Giving yourself full permission here to move your body nice and slowly. It's not something that we need permission for, but a lot of times we do need a reminder just to slow down. So setting that intention here. You might start here by deepening the breath, taking an inhale through the nose, completely filling the lungs, as much air as you have space for. When that's complete, exhale out the nose, completely releasing all of that air. Imagining you're creating new space for all of that fresh air to come in. Giving yourself about 3 more rounds of those deep breaths. Completely filling the lungs on the inhales. Actively releasing all of the air on the exhales. Once that's complete, bringing your soles of the feet a little closer together, planting your soles of the feet on the mat, and then right leg reaches towards the sky. Bend right knee, right ankle rests over left knee, reclines figure 4. First, before moving anything else, actively pushing that right knee away from your body. Noticing if it's wanting to dip in towards your chest, pressing it away. Feeling where that engagement comes, maybe on your outer hip, maybe that right glute, just starting to feel that activation. You're welcome to stay right here. If you'd like to bring your legs in a little closer to your chest, hands can come behind that left leg. A little gentle pressure here, increasing the sensation of that stretch. Still staying active in that right knee. Giving yourself a few rounds of breath here. Waiting for your next exhale, you can gently return that foot to the mat. Right foot back to the mat. Other side. Right foot stays planted. Left leg extends towards the sky. Then bends that left knee, folding it over the right knee. Left ankle rests there. Recline figure 4 on this side. First, actively pulling that left knee away from the body. Feeling that activation, just noticing where that sensation comes into your body. You're welcome to stay right here. This is a great hip opener. If you'd like to come a little deeper, hands can come behind that right thigh. Some people prefer to wrap it around the right shin, whatever feels best for you. Encouraging your legs here towards your chest. Breathing as we settle into these postures. Using your next exhale, gentle release. Soles of the feet back to the mat. And then whatever way is most comfortable for you. You can either rock and roll or just roll to the side before guiding yourself up to an easy seat whichever leg you prefer in front. Reaching the crown of the head tall, lengthening the spine. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, plant your right hand, left arm reaches overhead. Side stretch here. Breathing into that little extra space between each rib on the left side. And then pulling back to center. Left hand plants, right arm stretches overhead. Again, breathing into that little extra space along the side body here. Give yourself a few more rounds. You're welcome to work with your pace of breath, or if it feels good to linger in one spot or one side a little longer, full permission to do so. Again, just listening to your body, letting it guide you. Once you've completed your next round, you can come back to center, resting hands on those knees, and then switching out the leg that you have in front. So this might be your awkward, funky, non-preferred seat, whatever you want to call it. Lift your heart, spine long once more. Fingertips reach towards the sky, and then hinge forward here before allowing the hands to fall in front of you. Forward fold here. You might start to shift your weight just a little bit side to side. Use your next round of breath, walking your hands back in towards your body. Roll over those ankles towards a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Find your stability here first, engaging that core. Then inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale to round the spine, tuck your chin. One more round. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin. From a neutral spine, right leg extends long behind you, planting it on the mat, and then just rocking out that calf. So pressing the crown of your head forward, reaching that heel back. Give yourself just a few rounds of breath here, taking in that shape. Little extra stretch for that calf. Coming to stillness once more. Spin left knee perpendicular to the mat. Plant your right foot and then reach right arm up to the sky. Modified side plank here. Fingertips reach, hips reach, pressing into your base. Feeling that openness along the front of your chest. Then hand back to the mat. Other side, this time extending left leg long, stretching out your calf. Again, pressing that heel back, and then crown of the head reaching forward. Noticing how that deepens your stretch here. And coming to stillness. Right knee spins perpendicular to the mat, left arm reaches towards the sky. Fingertips lift, hips lift, pressing into that left foot. Feel the space here, all this space in your body. And then hands back to the mat. Returning to that tabletop position. Can walk the hands forward about a hand. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Maybe your first down dog of the day. Pedaling out your dog here. Heels reaching towards the mat. Compress your chest a little bit closer to your legs. Bring a little openness to the front part of our body. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Give yourself a little extra time here, reaching that crown of the head forward. Exhale, forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, pull your hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up, maybe a little back bend if it feels good. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees, wherever you feel stronger. Inhale here, puff up the back of the heart. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra, just as high as feels good. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press up for cobra once more. Exhale, back to the mat. We'll do one more pulse. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press back to your plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. About 5 rounds of breath here. You're welcome to stay in down dog, or maybe tabletop or child's pose would serve you better. So just finding whatever shape feels best. If you're not certain, try one out. You can always change your mind. If you're not in down dog, making your way there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach as tall as you've been today. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the hands forward and up. Sink the hips down and back for chair pose. Breathing here first. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot comes in and out at 45 degrees. Lift your fingertips here, warrior one. Finding your base here first. And then straightening that front leg. Hands can come to hips. Hinge forward for pyramid. This is a great time. You can have a block on either side of your foot, lifting your hands, or hands can rest right on the mat. Nose points towards your knee. One more breath here. Next round of breath, generous bend into that front knee, returning to your warrior one. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, hips up and back. Use your entire inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Lift for warrior one on this side. Press into the blade edge of that back foot. Then straightening that front leg. Hands come to hips. Hinge forward for your triangle. Again, hands can rest on those blocks. Maybe they're on the mat. Knee or nose points towards knee. Breathe here. Next round of breath, bend into that front knee, lift back to our warrior one. Hands plant to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Use your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, hips sink down, fingertips lift. Full round of breath here. For straightening the legs, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Breathe here. You might pick up all 10 toes, place them back on the mat, feeling your base. Inhale, reach your fingertips to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step your left foot back for low lunge. You might bring that block to the inside of your left foot. Plant your left hand there. Open your right arm towards the sky. Revolved low lunge. Fingertips lift. Pressing into that back heel. Then lift yourself up for open revolved crescent. Right fingertips behind you, left fingertips forward. Find your base here first. Bringing those hands together, hands come to prayer, keeping that twist. Then hinge your left elbow over your right knee, twisting through. Revolved crescent with prayer hands, continuing to pull that right shoulder back. Shifting your weight towards your right foot. Step your left foot up to meet for chair, kicking that block out of the way. Hips stay low, staying in that twist. Gently untwisting, keep your hips low, stay in that chair position. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right foot behind you this time. Bringing that block to the inside of your right foot. You can plant your right hands there. Lift for open or low revolved lunge. Left fingertips lift, pressing into that right heel. Find your stability here. Then using your core, lift up to your open crescent. Left fingertips behind you, right fingertips forward. Breathing into this twist. Stay active here, pressing into that back heel, bend in the front knee. Then hands come to prayer. Keeping that twist hinged forward. Right elbow hooks over left knee. Continue to press that left shoulder back. Keeping your twist. Active in that low body. Then bringing your right foot up to meet your left. Kicking that block out of the way. Finding revolved chair. Before opening back to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale your hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step your left foot back for warrior two. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bring your block at its medium setting to the outside of your right foot. Lift to warrior two. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, hips reach back, fingertips forward, hinge into triangle. Hand finds that block. Maybe it feels better on your foot or on the mat. Left fingertips reach. Breathe here for a few rounds of breath. Now it gets a little funky here. Bringing that left hand towards your hip. You're gonna hop your back foot in at 45 degrees, so just shortening that stance, toes pointing more to diagonal, so we can find pyramid pose. Now your nose is pointing towards your knee, hips are facing towards the mat, hands can rest on that block, maybe on the mat. Using this as our starting point. Left hand comes to that block. Right arm reaches to the sky. Revolved triangle. This is a pretty intense posture. If it feels better, you can move that block to the inside of your right foot. Makes the twist a little less intense. Might feel better here. You can also take right arm to your low back, releasing the shoulder. So again, whatever feels best for you. Giving yourself permission to take that shape. One more breath. Right hand back to the block, returning to that pyramid pose, then bending into your front knee. Step your left foot up to meet right, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot behind you for warrior two on the other side. Finding your base, setting up your block. Again, I have it on the outside of my foot. You can have it on the inside of your foot, whatever feels best. Feel into your stability. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle, right arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg, hips reach back, fingertips forward, hinge into triangle. Right arm towards the sky this time. Give yourself a few rounds of breath in this posture. When you're ready, hopping that back foot in just a little bit, 45 degrees, bringing your right hand down, pyramid pose. So knee and nose pointing towards each other, hips pointing towards the mat. Breathe here first before shifting your right hand to the block, left arm towards the sky. Revolve triangle. Again, left hand can come to low back. You can make that twist a little less intense by planting your right foot, or your right hand rather, on the inside of your right foot. Staying active here. One more full breath. Gentle release. Hands back to the mat. Step your right foot up to meet left. Uttanasana, forward fold. No. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to center. Inhale, take your hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. You can remove that block. Plant your hands, step back to plank position. Inhale in your plank. Entire exhale to lower to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your heart for Sphinx. Scanning the low body, where can it release? Crown of the head reaches tall, heart pulls forward. About 3 rounds of breath here. When you're ready, you can press into those hands, shifting your weight back for child's pose. Knees as wide or as narrow as feels good in your body. Arms can stay reaching in front of you, or you might try bringing them by the heels. That can bring a little release to our shoulders, especially after that revolved triangle. Waiting for your next exhale. Can gently press yourself up to a seat once more, shifting your heels out from under you. Come to a staff pose, just legs extended in front of you, heart reaching towards the toes, and then fold forward here. Hands can rest either on ankles or toes, maybe calf, whatever feels best for you here. Allow the spine to round. Allow the head to hang heavy. Use your next round of breath to walk hands back in towards your body. Then pressing soles of the feet to the mat. Shift your hips forward just a bit so you can lower down to your back body. Arms can come up to a T or a cactus shape. Shift your hips a bit to the right. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Gaze can drift over that right shoulder. If it doesn't feel good, you can always look up at the sky. Allowing gravity here to do the work. We did a lot of active twisting today. So just letting this passive twist fall into your body. It's a very yoga teacher thing to say, but you got it. Next round of breath, guide yourself back towards center. Other side, hips shift to the left, knees fall to the right. Gaze can drift over that left shoulder. You might start deepening those breaths once more here. Next round of breath, guiding yourself back to center. Knees hug into your chest. Forehead can come up to the knees, little yogi hug here. Exhale, extend into Shavasana. Feet extend long. Hands down by hips. Allow your body to be heavy here. Allow your body to take up space here. Reminding ourselves that this pose is just as important as any other shape we took today. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good and is available, you're welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, you might start with gentle movement, wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe a good morning stretch, fingertips reaching overhead, toes reaching opposite direction. Any movement that feels good to wake up your body. And then gently guide yourself to a fetal position on whichever side feels best for you. Before slowly pressing yourself back up to an easy seat. Embracing these last few moments of our flow, feeling into some gratitude for showing up for yourself today. You honored your body with movement and with rest, which is so important. And close with a collective round of breath. Inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a wonderful day.